Welcome back to Season 2 of Toon Talk TV, the premier animated podcast on YouTube. We're back for Season 2, boys. The creators of this show brought us back for Season fucking 2. They ditched those other nerds, brought us in to right the ship, but we are back. You guys excited for a second season?
Excited to be here.
Oh, yeah, baby. A whole new cast, dude. Fuck those other guys. They were kind of nerds.
They were terrible.
Dude, they did suck. Like, I'm glad that they righted the ship. They brought us seasoned vets. We're basically icons in the industry. What better people to have to run this show?
True,
right?
true.
Absolutely.
So there is one thing. The creators of this pod, we're gonna try something new. We're gonna try some new things for you guys. We're gonna have a couple guest interviews down the line. Talk about some indie cartoons this time. Some independent creators, much like ourselves. But yeah, for the most part, if you're new to the channel, like, follow, subscribe. With that said, boys, our first tune of Season 2 is The Red Eclipse. Now, this was animated by Ezekiel Iammarino. I believe I might be butchering that last name. Apologies. But my initial thoughts for this
Hold on.
If you hadn't seen it, again...
Is it Iammarino or Iammarino?
Iammarino. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it Iammarino?
I think it's an I.
It could be an I or an L. I don't know.
Could be an I, could be an L. It's tricky. Let's just call him Ezekiel. We at least know the first name,
he's
right?
also got a alter ego, I think, like Insane Incorporated is what he calls himself.
Yeah.
With a K. Yeah.
We will link to this tune in the description, in the comments below, or in the description below. Be sure and check it out. But for me, guys, my initial thoughts with this cartoon, it leaned heavily for me into Batman the Animated Series, like the one from the 90s. Like, I instantly got that vibe, and it just reeled me in. I was in love. It had a bit, there was a few animated frames that made me feel like I was watching our boy Umami in Interface. Like, a few of the characters had a little bit of that design. And then towards the end, I mean, I don't want to give too much away so people can watch it, but it had that crisp J.J. Villard violence that I have come to enjoy from a lot of cartoons. What were your guys' initial thoughts from watching it the first time around?
I like those influences. I can see some of those. I also saw a heavy influence from Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Even with, I mean, you could definitely see it the way that Mr. Blot, I think his name was, kept pulling up
just
some...
Blot.
Blot.
Yeah.
A lot of that, even in the intro scenes, the title cards and the credit cards at the end, it looked very very Looney Tune-esque, in just the sense that so much effort was put into the painting of the backgrounds, and I'm pretty sure he does most of his animation in Photoshop, which you could see by a lot of the textures in his animation and the illustrations. But yeah.
Did you see that somewhere, or are you just guessing?
No, I saw that in a... Now, I'm pretty sure I saw that he commented on someone's telling them that he was working exclusively in Photoshop. And that may have been for something I want to bring up later. But what about you, Fred?
What about you, Fred? Yeah,
You know who this reminded me of? Do you guys know who Peter Chung is? Eon Flux.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I saw, like, I thought, like, the characters were, like, super elongated. You know who else? Robert Valley, which you might know from, like, Zima Blue and Ice on Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just the characters are, like, super lengthy, and, like, just the animations, I feel like he designed characters that weren't easy to animate and animated them well, which I thought was just like, it's just like when people like create shows, I feel like they've got these like easily animated parts, like put the eyes in the middle, like circle eyes right in the middle of the face and shit. And this is like, fuck all those.
Each character had their own unique design, and it was, I mean, that was the initial registration when I was thinking of. Well, I mean, like when you look back at Batman animated series, they all had like that giant chest, thin little head, kind of like the same basic template, but they were all their own character. This one, there was not one character that fit the same mold as the other one. Big, small, lightning face, like different hands, but they did have that elongated frame. But I thought it was so well done. I mean, the score alone was beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bob?
The best part about this for me was I don't even know if this is a pilot. It didn't say it was a pilot, but I think this is the most pitchable pilot that the best possible pitchable pilot that you could use because of all the characters being so unique. You can build a backstory behind each one of those characters so well. It makes you're pulled in immediately because you have a sense you know what's going on, but you know that there's so much more backstory going on. I thought also that Ezekiel focused his best characteristics into this animation with the way that he does poses and animate that fight scene, the animation of that fight scene.
Dude.
It's the key point. and he dials back on so many other things so he could focus on that. And like if you notice the music that comes in at that point, there's no sound design during that. It's all music, which I think was a fantastic idea. It pulls you into all the poses and the animation going on there. It's one location. There's not much, a lot of backgrounds going on. It's just you zone in on that fight scene.
Except for the beginning, there was a lot of like city landscape and stuff, which looked really good, really well.
Which I hate saying the wrong thing, but I'm pretty sure if you look in the credits, I think that was done by a different artist. That was one of the people that he brought on, and the majority of the rest of the animation was done by himself. I'm not sure if you guys saw this on his Instagram. Do you guys follow his Instagram, which will be in a link in the comments for everyone to follow?
What is it?
In June, and recently, he put out a short animation of it's like a Tom Waits music video for Bad As Me. It's not the whole music video. It's just a short little snippet. It looked like he did this just out of pure enjoyment, but
well, what's his handle is what I was asking.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Insane Incorporated. But I think he does the same thing in this animation. He focuses on a skeleton dancing, and it blew me away because the poses and the animation that you see is one of a kind, and I think it's almost he's made it his staple, and it's consistent through the fight scene of the origami character that he's created and the skeleton that's dancing.
The whole thing was composed by Brendan Baig. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Beig. But yeah, the score, like I said, beautiful. Well done. Fred, what did you initially think? Bob mentioned a pilot. What do you think this could be a pitchable pilot, like right off the bat? I mean, they didn't even give us the Red Eclipse, which I thought was the best thing about it.
Yeah, I think the ingredients for a good pilot, one of the main things I think you need is wanting more. And if you watch something and you're like, oh, well, I want to know more about that, this does that very well because yes, they didn't give us the Red Eclipse. They've got all these character background, like super elaborate, like could have origin story backgrounds from each character that you know nothing about. So yeah, I think this is a totally pitchable pilot. You got good character work and a good story. So
beautiful. Well, are there any final thoughts you guys have?
Hey, Mick, which character would you have sex with?
Well, I don't know that I can't remember all the names, but I think I would definitely go for the he's like the pronunciation guy.
Encyclopath.
Yes, encyclopath. Dude, anyone who can make words sexy, dude, I'm there.
Nice.
That's the one.
I think I liked Lady
What
L.
about you, Bob?
Oh, but yeah. Well, I think I liked Lady L.
Go ahead.
I think I liked Lady L because she had a bomb ass bod, but then like you didn't have to look at her face. You know, she had the the lamp head over.
Lampshade on.
I got the best one. You take Lady L, and then you put blot over it and transform that into Jessica Rabbit.
Give her anything.
Jessica Rabbit, baby, on top of that.
Oh yeah, baby. That is a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
Or Lola Bunny.
Well, with that wraps up that.
Sorry.
We can't be throwing Lola Bunny into this.
Come on, bro.
It's good. It's good. That's it for this one. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, if you like the episode, be sure and like, follow, and subscribe. That tells us if you guys really like these things and you want to see more about it. Go check out our Patreon. That is patreon.com/wearethetelevision. We got some really cool things over there. More things to come. But with that, we will catch you guys on the next one. We are the television.